Hello, dear friends. One more week starting, and why not start our week putting a positive intent, a good thought and reflection into our minds to set the tone for the new week. And we will do that with Christian Agenda, chapter 21, Sowing. Your generosity will bring out the goodness of others to your aid. Your simplicity will solve problems for many people. Your complexity will give rise to much insincerity in others. Your indifference will produce visible coldness towards you. Your sincere desire for peace will guarantee tranquility along your path. Your militancy will bring forth fruits of anxiety. Your blunt frankness will provoke rude responses. Your chivalry will inspire correct manners in those who follow you. Your superior spirituality will motivate sublime spiritual achievements. Daily we sow and we reap. Life is also a soil which receives and produces eternally. So, quite straightforward message for us today. We get back, we will reap what we have sowed. So a lot of times when we are dealing with difficult situations, we have a tendency to point fingers, to look outwards, to seek for someone that we can blame and make responsible for whatever is going on in our lives. But more and more, we are aware that we have a responsibility in what's happening. And as mature beings, what is asked from us is to look at our own doings. Someone is being cold towards you. How have you been treated? That person. Have you been also indifferent? Have you mistreated or neglected or simply not paid any attention to that person or given the person the attention that he or she respects? So whatever we throw out there, it comes back right at us. And the most powerful thing that we can do is to analyze our own selves and try to change our own selves. There's a little story that I really like a lot. I'm gonna see if I can make it short and sweet. And it's the story of a man who married a woman, and they went to live in the house of the man's mother. So the woman, the bride, really disliked her mother-in-law and vice versa. And she decided to seek for the counseling of a master to see how she could get rid of that mother-in-law. And the master gave her a portion that she should give to the mother-in-law in the food, whatever, during the course of a few months, and she would eventually pass away. But it was important to treat her well because it was a very, very tiny town, and everybody knew about their dislike and hatred, and it would become too obvious that she had been responsible for that. So she took that that portion home that the master had given her and started applying to the food, to the drinks, and started to treat her mother-in-law very well. And by the end of 3 months, she noticed that the mother-in-law has changed also entirely towards her, and it was now responding to her kindness and was a lot more mellow and loving and open to her presence. So she gets desperate and runs back to the master and says, please, can you undo this? Can you give me something that now can save her? And the master said, what I gave you in first place was nothing. It was just water. And that's the story right there for us. So it may not be instantaneously that we can change the way people feel towards us, but there's one thing that is for sure: love is irresistible, and caring and loving is the most powerful force of the universe. So if that's what you're seeking into your life, then it needs to start within you, from you, towards others. Show love so that you can also reap love in your life.